I have long ago come up with a funny idea for a fictional chemical created in a mad scientist's laboratory that can turn into mammals, living organisms that aren't mammals. Plants, insects, reptiles, crustaceans, mollusks, and anything else that isn't a mammal will end up growing penises, testicles, boobs, and vaginas like a mammal after prolonged exposure to this chemical. There doesn't seem like there could be a better sounding name to brand this chemical with other than Mammasex. It's very appropriate because in Latin the word mamma translates to teeth or pap. After extended exposure to Mammasex, a life form will be changed into a mammal. You might see trees that have big wooden boobs, or big wooden vaginas, or wooden penises. Flowers and grasses and plants will have little green penises and testicles and boobs and vaginas. Insects Insects will gain penises, boobs, and vaginas and scrotums. Basically, any kind of critter or plant that's not a mammal will gain mammalian-looking sexual reproduction organs. These reproductive organs will actually look like they belong to the creature on which they are growing. They will be made of the same flesh and texture as the rest of the creature's flesh. A tree will have a penis and a ball sack made of wood with bark on them. It will ejaculate sperm cells, green with chlorophyll, that are photosynthetic. Photosynthetic sperm cells, green sperm cells. A crab's boobs will be covered with the exoskeleton shell like the rest of the crab. A jellyfish's penis will look like the rest of the jellyfish. You'll see snakes crawling around with a pair of scaly tits on their chests. On top of transforming non-mammal creatures into mammals, Mammasex will also increase their their sex drive to insane proportions. These creatures will want to fuck and rape other living other living creatures. Doesn't matter if they're different species. You will see a pine tree with a penis and testicles swaying around, trying to stick its penis and testicles into the vagina of a eucalyptus tree or something. Butterflies and ladybugs will attack you, trying to rape you with their penises in your skin pores or something. Grass will try to poke you with its green penises if you fall on it. So when a football player takes a tumble in the field, grass will try to rape him in the skin. Trees and plants and vines will try to rape you. If a hot chick walks into a shrub affected by Mammasex, or just about any human or animal, the shrub will move its branches trying to rape them with wooden dicks. Reproduction will be impossible from such rapes, of course, but all the same, various non-mammal creatures will want to rape all sorts of other creatures, especially to rape humans. Of course, mammals are not affected by Mammasex, since they are already mammals. So human beings and pets and whatever are safe from any kind of transformations or whatever. But they'll be in a lot of danger from these creatures that aren't mammals, that were transformed into mammals by Mammasex, and these creatures will want to rape them. Bees will try to rape you. You will see little blades of grass with little green boobs growing on them. Clamshells will try to rape you with their shell penises. Birds will try to swoop down and rape you. You will see earthworms with penises and boobs and vaginas. Flowers with pairs of little green breasts growing on their stems. Leafy plant penises. I wanted to make illustrations of this stuff, but I am too lazy. I might make some on my other channel later. So basically the release of Mammasex is an environmental disaster, and maybe James and Carmela Grider have to survive in the jungle where tarantulas and vines try to rape them, like leafy vines go up Carmela's pussy, nettle plants sting the inside of Carmela's pussy with their stinging penises, and some old scientist guy will resignedly state that Mammasex is out there, changing non-mammalian creatures into sex-crazed mammalian rapists. So when you come across a pine tree with a penis, you can call it a Mammasex-affected pine tree. A scientist might take a chainsaw and do an autopsy for research, where he cuts off a pine tree's penis and testicles with a chainsaw and puts the pine tree's penis on a lathe or something. Mammasex also grants plants some kind of rudimentary mobility system, similar to a Venus flytrap, where the trees can sway around and move a little, so they can try to reach humans that pass by, with their penises and vaginas. So that's an idea I have for a funny story. Is there a better name for this chemical than Mammasex? I used to brand this chemical penis faggot, but I'm a lot more educated now, and it doesn't make sense to call it penis faggot. So you can smoke a marijuana plant's penis if the plant has been affected by Mammasex.